morning, friends, and happy Tuesday. Today is a stay-at-home day. I plan on doing laundry majority of the day, possibly starting in the dining room to take some of my Christmas stuff down. I might just clear off my table in there and just start pulling stuff off and just putting it on the table. That way all I have to do is just kind of put it in totes. I've already made up my bed this morning, so that's already done. I do have a load of laundry already started. I've already ran to Walmart this morning as well. Why did I go to Walmart? Well, my dad called me yesterday and he said, hey Angie, goes, could you do me a favor? I'm like, sure. So he wanted me to go try to find my mom a single Keurig coffee maker. My mom does not drink coffee, but my dad does. My mom drinks tea. My dad wanted the coffee pot or the Keurig for my mom to make her tea in. So I went and found one for her. I got the last one on the shelf. And I tried finding some decaf Keurig tea pods. I couldn't find any of those. I called my dad earlier. He said he found some of those. He just couldn't find the Keurig, so that's why I found it. So I got the Keurig for my mom for her Christmas gift, I think from my dad. And then he asked me to wrap it, and then of course I'm gonna bring it on Sunday. Of course I will. And then while I was at Walmart, obviously I picked up a few things that we needed. I just kind of made a list of things that we were kind of like getting low on, and things that I knew that I would need for our trip next week. But I'll show you all the stuff that I got. So first things first. Brian wanted Jell-O, so I'm gonna make him some Jell-O. I got this comb because I want to try something different with my hair when I curl it. I got these Cottonelle wipes because I'm about out of my travel ones. I always carry these with me. I carry some in my purse, and we carry them with us when we travel. I picked up some Azo because I'm almost out of this. I tried to find Dramamine. They were completely out of Dramamine. So I just got the motion sickness relief, which I'm sure is just the Walmart brand of Dramamine. And it says compared to Dramamine all day, less drowsy, active ingredient. So I got this because I do tend to get very queasy on cruise ships, and with my dizziness anyway, I just want to be extra cautious. So I picked that up. I got some more lens wipes for my camera, our glasses, etc. I got some more of my pain reliever PM. This stuff is amazing. I got some acetaminophen. This stuff is amazing. This is my Renew Life probiotic. I take one of these every day. I was about out of those. I picked up some Pepto because we could always use Pepto. Hydrating facial cleanser by CeraVe, whatever. This is the stuff that I use every single day to wash my face, and I was about out of this. I picked up some more Tums because these are the best Tums ever in the whole world. I love the chewable ones. These are so great. I picked up some Fleischmann's Active Dry Yeast because your girl is going to try to make some bread. And then I picked up 2 of the gluten-free pie crusts because I'm going to make cheesecakes this weekend to take to my mom's house, and obviously I want to have cheesecake too, so I got the gluten-free crust. And then right here I got some gluten-free Oreos, and I got this vanilla flavored candy coating and the chocolate flavor candy coating because I'm going to dip these in these, and I'm going to take those to my mom's as well. So that is oh, and the last thing that I got while I was at Walmart was I saw these. How cute are these? They had red and green. They are glass, and they come with a straw. They come with the lid. They are just adorably cute. I've already washed mine and dried it off, and I actually have some tea in there with lemon. And how fun is that, just to have a little like Christmas tree glass you can carry around with you all day long. I'll put water in it as soon as I'm finished with that sweet tea. But yeah, other than that, that's what I'm gonna be doing. Oh, one more thing I wanted to show you. This I ordered online. This is a sleek socket. And basically, you know how when you plug stuff into your walls and you can't push your furniture back or your beds back because all your plugs are in the way, this helps prevent that from happening. So this fits right into the plug flat, and then you have a 3-foot outlet power strip that goes on the bottom so you can push your furniture back so you don't have to worry. I mean, that is like genius. So I'm gonna plug this in and see how it works, and I will let you guys know, because right now I'm sure it's going to work just fine, but I love it. I'm just excited to use it because I'm sick and tired of my stuff like being popped out of the wall, especially my nightstand, because that's like the main thing. My nightstand like sticks way out from the wall, and that's because I have so many plugs back there. With this, it's probably going to prevent it. So I'll keep you guys posted. Hello, so I'm actually in the kitchen. So in between laundry washes and drying, I am going to try to make bread, and this is going to be like a baguette, like a French baguette. I guess I don't even know how I'm pronouncing it, but I got this recipe from watching Jessica Braun and her husband Tyler on their Vlogmas that they had posted, I think yesterday. What is it, Vlogmas Day 19? And he makes bread a lot, but this was like the easiest bread that I think I can make. And obviously I'm just substituting regular flour for my gluten-free flour. And the recipe calls for 3.5 cups of all-purpose flour. And so I've already put 1 scoop in my bowl, and now I'm putting in my second one, and now I'm gonna put in my third one. And again, this recipe just looks so easy. Like, I think I can like do this, but it's so funny because I'm always so afraid that like my flour is not going to turn out like all other flour recipes do, but it should. I should not have an issue with it at all. And like I said, I've used the King Arthur before, and this is like one of my favorite like flours to use, and I think I said this the other day. But anyway, so I did the 3.5 cups of my gluten-free all-purpose flour, and then I'm gonna do 2 1/4 teaspoons of salt. So let me get that stuff out in my warm water, and I have my yeast right here, and then we'll get to mixing everything together. Alrighty, so I am going to do my salt, which is 2 1/4 teaspoons of salt. So I got my teaspoon out here, and I'm gonna do 2. 1, 2, and then here is my 1/4 salt. Okay, and then I'm going to just mix that up a little bit with my hands. This is the first time I have ever made bread by like scratch, hand, whatever, and I am interested to see how this is going to, or curious to see how this is going to turn out. Okay, so I did all that, and now I'm going to take my yeast and use the same measurements, the 2 1/4 yeast, and put it inside of my warm water. And then I'm going to stir that up and then let that sit for about 2 minutes. This is according to, so there's 1, here's 2, and then my 1/4. All right. And then I'm going to stir that up, and then I'm just gonna let it sit after I stir it all up, and then it's supposed to kind of like get all bubbly. So again, first time I've ever done this, and I'm actually using a recipe that I'm not familiar with. I also don't know, like, okay, so I'm gonna let this sit here for about 2 minutes, and then we'll come back. I don't know what temperature to put my oven on, so I'm probably gonna do like 400. I'm gonna try to find out if he says it in his vlog. and then we'll go from there. So okay, I'm gonna let this sit for a little bit, and I think it's supposed to get like all foamy on the top, so we shall see. Alrighty, so 2 minutes is up. I'm actually just gonna make a little hole right here, and then I'm gonna put this in here. It didn't really get all foamy like I thought it was gonna do. I don't know. Okay. And then I'm going to pour this inside the little hole, just like so. Oops, and it's a little bigger than that. Okay, and then I'm going to stir it around with a wooden spoon. I actually just left a comment on their thread from this video asking, I don't know if they'll respond or not, but asking about temperature wise for the oven and for how long, because the last thing I noticed is they just popped it in the oven and they just cooked it, so I don't know what temperature it's at. And I think he's done it before, but I don't remember which video it is, so I gotta do it very gently. All right, and then basically I can just do it like this now with my hands. All right. So funny, his worked out. His looked like it worked out so nice. Like, why does mine not look like it's working out very well? I don't know. Maybe it will. I'm gonna knead this until it gets into a nice big like ball. How many of you guys have ever made bread with gluten-free flour? I always seem to think that this just doesn't work all that well. I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe I should be maybe I should doing this with my mixer instead of with my hands. I don't know, because it's not like going into, it's not forming like it should, in my opinion. But it always does take a long time. I've noticed that before too, even with like my dough, when I make dough. And I didn't miss a step. I have everything written right here. Then he doesn't add like any more water unless I need to. But I think eventually this is gonna come together. I'm thinking eventually it might come together. I'm hoping eventually this might come together. I will actually leave a link to their video down below so you guys can see this recipe and what I'm talking about and how he does it. But he does an amazing job with it, so I'm not exactly sure, like I said, if I'm doing a good job, because this isn't really coming together very well. I don't know. He said he does this for quite some time, but he also needs it for quite some time as well. So like I said, once I kind of get it together and all the little crumbles maybe, because I think right now all the crumbles are what's driving me crazy, because it just feels like it's not going together. But I think that it is now eventually kind of going together. I think now it's kind of, alrighty, so that is actually looking really, really good. It's probably been about an hour since I covered it up, and it's actually rising. So, ooh, I'm so excited. I hope that it like works. Like, be very like happy if this works, because I've never made bread before, and along French bread. And if it works, I'm gonna be one happy girl, because then I know that I can just like make French bread, and I don't have to worry about buying it. Yeah, so ooh, I'm excited. But right now, I'm actually going to take the stuff out of the dishwasher and load the dishwasher up with the stuff that I have in the sink. So let's do that. So I was just chatting with my sister on the phone, and while I had her on speakerphone chatting with her, I took all of my stuff down in here in the dining room. So everything off of my little china cabinet, the little cabinet over there, and everything is battery died. So everything is on the table, and all I have to do is just bring down the totes and start filling up the totes with the Christmas stuff. And then I will bring the tote down for the Christmas tree over there, and I will start taking all of that down as well. So already in the process of taking it all down. Okay, so it is about 1 o'clock, and I'm actually going to take out my little bread thing here. It did rise. I'm so excited. I just hope that it's doing what it's supposed to be doing. Okay, so I do have like a baguette like pan. This is what those are for. And obviously it's got the holes in it so the baguette can breathe. But what I'm gonna do right now is, now this is not what he showed to do on his video, because he wasn't showing that. He was just showing the process. But I watched another YouTube video regarding making like baguettes, French bread, whatever, and they showed to kind of put some oil on this, and then they actually said to fill up a pan with hot water and a steam. That way it can start steaming while it's in the oven, and that's what kind of gives the bread its nice crunchiness. And every time I think of bread and crunchiness, I think of Colette on Ratatouille, where she's crunching the bread and it gives it that nice crunch. But okay, so that's what I'm gonna do first. I'm gonna go ahead and oil this and put some flour on it, and then I'm gonna start kind of rolling out that dough and putting them in there like they're supposed to go. So that's what we're gonna do now. Okay, so I'm just gonna use some of this extra virgin olive oil, and I'm actually just gonna put some on my hands and just, let me bend you guys, let you guys see what I'm doing. All right, so basically I'm just taking it like this, and I'm just kind of rubbing it on here like this. I'm gonna rub it on there. Boo-doo-doo. This is what the girl on the other YouTube video showed to do with your little baguettes. So that's what I'm gonna kind of do here. I'm just gonna rub it all on here so it's nice and oily. And then I'll fill this up with water so it's steaming, and my oven is almost preheated. I actually set the oven to 375 if you guys are curious to know, because I saw that on a recipe for baguettes. But before I do that, I wanna get these all like lined up, and I wanna get my French, see how it kind of got big. It rose, and I was happy about that. So let me get the cutting board and put a little bit of flour on this so I can, hopefully this is gonna work. Please work. So here's this. So basically I'm just gonna break it apart. Probably shouldn't break it, but that's how it's gonna go. I need to put this half in here. This is gonna be like a really big. So I'm just gonna do it like this. And it says to kind of just roll it. I'm not exactly sure if this is gonna work or not. Oh my gosh, I'm like freaking out. But it's just kind of fun to like, to try it, you know, to give it a try to see if it's gonna work. And then a little bit of oil, just you know, just enough just to put all over here, just enough on here. Again, I don't know if this is gonna work or not. I'm like freaking out. And then you wanna like score it, so hold on. So I don't have like one of those scoring knives, but you just kind of cut it like this, and you do it like this, and then you're gonna place it inside of your pan, see, like this. And then I'm gonna do the same thing with this one, and we're gonna see, I don't know. I'm just like, I want it to work so bad because I want to be like, I made French bread, yay! But I don't know, so we shall see. I mean, it can't taste horrible. It just, the only thing that it may not do is rise. That's what I'm thinking. And I know gluten-free bread is so completely, or gluten-free flour is completely different than regular flour. This one just looks a little bit smaller, but whatever. We're gonna score it like this. And then she actually sprinkled a little bit of flour on top of it, and I don't exactly know why, but she did. And I'm gonna do the same thing with this one over here. Like, I don't know why, but she did. But I'm gonna do the same thing. Okay, so now we're gonna put it over here as well. Well, this one does look a little bit smaller, but that's okay. All right, so now I'm gonna put this in the oven, And it says to cook for about 18 to 20 minutes or until like the top is brown. So, oh, let me get this pan full of water first. Alrighty, so I just put the pan with water in the oven and I'm just kind of waiting for it to steam a little bit, and then I will add these baguettes in there. And like I said, I don't know this part, if this is how he did his or not, but this is how I'm gonna do it because that's how I saw other people do it on YouTube. So, and if it's on YouTube, it's gotta be correct, right? So, anyway, so I'm just waiting. And I'm laughing because, yeah, one is significantly smaller than the other one, but it should be, like, I'm thinking it might, like, cook better. I'm hoping that it rises like it's supposed to. You know what I mean? So, I mean, the water was pretty much hot as it was. And it's kind of steamy. All right, let me put these in. Does this go on the rack too, or do you put this on a pan? No, I think you put this in like this. Okay. Alrighty, woo! Can't wait to see how it turns out. Alrighty, so I'm laughing because it's not like browning, but that is definitely steaming. So, and I tapped the bread and it's like super hard. So I'm not exactly sure I did it right. Let's pull this out and see because the time is up. So there it is. That is like not good. I mean, it looks like it's cooked in the center and stuff, and it's very hot, obviously. But, and it looks like it tried. Like, I don't think it, ow, that hurt. Burnt my hand right there. I don't know. Shall we try to cut it? I think we should. Let's work on Hanky the Christmas Poo one first, and then we'll save this one for later. But let's work on, let's cut Hanky the Christmas Poo first, and let's see what it does. Oh my goodness gracious. Obviously I need to work on my bread making skills. It was obviously the first time I've ever made bread. So let's cut into this puppy and see what it does. Oh Lord, it just pretty much just falls apart. Oh God. So like it didn't like cook in the center. So like I don't know what the deal is here. So, interesting. Shall I try to eat it? All right, let's try to eat it. Let's try, it's gonna be like hot, but. Okay, so it's not horrible. It doesn't have a bad taste at all. It just didn't cook right. Like the outside is really, really hard and crunchy. And I know it's supposed to be, but it's supposed to have that nice brown texture to it, brown look to it. And this is just really hard and like gooey. But I know gluten-free flour, that's like right in the center. Oh boy. Hello?
Hey.
Hey.
Did you find your...
All right, so that was my mom calling, and my brother had a light surgery today. He has a kidney stone, and it was so large that they had to go in and crush it, and then, whew, this is the worst part. They had to go in and put like a stent in his urethra area so he can pass it. So yeah, ouch. But anyway, my mom had called, and I forgot what she wanted. But anyway, I had told her about my bread. Like I said, it doesn't taste horrible on the inside, but I mean, dear Lord, what is this? This is not that crunch you're supposed to get. This is harder than a rock. This is like, they could use this in a baseball bat and probably not get caught. But yeah, look at that. I am just perplexed. Okay, so we'll be back to the drawing board, and we'll try to do another bread someday. But this was my first take at French bread, and I had high hopes. And yeah, those quickly did not work. Clearly this did not work out well for me. But it was interesting to try. And I definitely know that gluten-free flour is so very, very, very hard to work with. So I had high hopes, and the bread just didn't work out for me. So, oh well, we'll try it again someday. Alrighty, so before I end my vlog, I just wanted to come in here and show you guys that I actually brought my suitcase in here. And I actually kind of have stuff laid out so I can start going through everything. Like, I know we're going to need sunscreen. I have my pain reliever, my arthritis stuff in here. And then I'm going to go through this and take out what's empty and what I just purchased to put back in here. Refill all of my body wash and everything. And make sure that I have everything in here that we're going to need for our trip next week. And this is going to be my suitcase with everything in it. Hopefully everything in it. And then I'm going to have Brian carry, you know, have his own suitcase with everything in it. And I think what I'm going to do, I'm not sure, it never works out that way because it's just so much harder sometimes, is to have like one bag packed for the one night stay in a hotel, because we're gonna drive halfway next week and then stop, stay the night, grab a bite to eat, and then wake up the next morning and head on into Disney. I actually have let me prop you guys back up here. Hold on a second. I actually have made reservations for us for lunch. What is this? I have oil like all over my counter here. I thought I wiped it all down. I must have missed a spot. Anyway, I have lunch reservation at the Grand Floridian because I wanted to go see the gingerbread house and everything at the Grand Floridian, and you won't be able to get in there unless you park at Ticket and Transportation, take the monorail over and all that good stuff, or if you have a dining reservation. So I made a dining reservation at Grand Floridian Cafe for us, and that way we can go there and walk around, look at the gingerbread house, soak in all the Christmas spirit at the Grand Floridian, and just enjoy it. And then hopefully after that we'll be able to go check into our hotel, and then we can just kind of chillax. And I wanted to go to Disney Springs, and then we have another dining reservation at 7 o'clock, I think, at Toledo's, which is, I think it's Toledo's, it's at Coronado. So it's right at our hotel that we're gonna be staying at. And then the next day we will be at Epcot, and I am super excited about that. We do not have a park hopper this time around, so we're just gonna be spending all day at Epcot. And then hopefully, crossing my fingers, when I get up that morning, I will be able to get us on Guardians of the Galaxy sometime during that day, because I really want Brian to ride that. That's like the main reason why I want to go to Epcot, is so I can get him on Guardians and Ratatouille, because he's never done that one either. So those are like our two main things that we want to get done, and of course everything else in between. And then I want to stay long enough to watch the candlelight processional that night too. So, and I don't know who the host is that night. So, but yeah, I have a lot of stuff going on, a lot of stuff planned, and I'm very, very excited about our little, you know, 1 day, day and a half, 2 days at Disney, and then we'll be off to, where are we gonna be off to? Oh, on our cruise. We'll be off on our cruise. So, anyway, but yeah, it was fun hanging out with you guys today. I hope that you guys enjoyed hanging out with me. I hope that you guys enjoyed, you know, hey, we were trying to make bread and it just didn't work out too well. But I will try again next year. Potential spam. I will try again next year on how to make bread, and maybe we'll start perfecting it. Maybe we'll figure it out a whole different way, and yeah, I just know that gluten-free flour is so dang tedious and hard to work with, and maybe the recipe that I took off of their website, or you know, from their YouTube channel, just doesn't work well with gluten-free flour. And that very well may be the reason. But I can use this gluten-free flour and substitute it for the regular flour, say like in chocolate chip cookies. So I thought maybe it would work, and I guess not. But anyway, no big deal. I just think it's so funny though. It is like, batters up. That's I mean, it weighs what, like 5 pounds? It's heavy. Oh my gosh, I was laughing because it looks like E.T. It looks like E.T. when, you know, E.T. was in that thingy. But I mean, look, okay, I'm gonna break it. Look, I mean, it still breaks really nicely, and it still looks like it's got, you know, and it smells good. It smells like it would be really good bread, but something just did not click. Something just did not connect with the cooking of this bread. So, don't know. But it does smell really good though. Oh my goodness. But anyway, all right, so that's gonna be it for today, guys. I hope that you guys enjoyed hanging out with me. Tomorrow, I will definitely be putting all of my stuff in totes tomorrow, or starting to take down Christmas decorations, and that's gonna be on the agenda for tomorrow, along with laundry. I've been doing laundry today. But basically the laundry that I've been doing today has just been stuff that I hang up to dry. So I think I have a load in there right now that I will have to fold up, so I'll do that in a little bit. But I just wanted to say thank you guys, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.